It's been a challenging few weeks digesting everything that's happened. Firstly, how are you going, and what was your relationship with Shane?
Yeah, look, I go through waves of how I'm going, and it's more so when you start to talk about someone who's it's just hard to comprehend that he's not here with us anymore. I was very fortunate, like Ricky Ponting was for me. Shane Warne was the same mentor for me from the age of 20, the first time I came into the Aussie team. The way he took me under his wing and just cared for me. My opportunities to be able to continue to evolve my cricket at Hampshire. I played 2 years at Hampshire, 2004, 2005, to continue to evolve my cricket because of Warnie. And then, gosh, I was on the really Australian cricket scrap heap in 2008 because of my injuries in particular that I had. And Warnie he always believed in me, and he is the reason why I went to Rajasthan Royals to be able to have him captain and coach me for those 4 years at the Rajasthan Royals. Just turned me into a cricketer who had a bit of belief in myself to believing I was Superman, and that's what he did to everyone around him. It wasn't just me. And the skill that Warnie had, 2008 IPL, bringing in a whole new group of players together. He was captain coach, so he was absolutely running the show. His ability to be able to see the best parts of people and bring them together like really quickly. That's the reason why the Rajasthan Royals did so well in year one, because all the other teams were sort of scrambling to work out what their roles are, what the roles were, the people, where they're going to fit in, and Warnie could just see it, and they just knew how to tap into everyone's best version of themselves and empowered everyone. And that's an incredible skill. Not many people have got that. And that's on the cricket field, that's also off the cricket field. That was his superpower that he had, his ability to be able to see a bigger version of individuals, a bigger version of themselves. Yeah, and that's what everyone's going to miss.
Yeah, it's been a challenging time for everyone, and he had such an impact on everyone around the world, including yourself, Otto. You can take your time with this, but was there any particular conversation that you had with him that I guess captures how important he was to your life?
Gosh, I had a lot of conversations with Warnie around life and cricket. I suppose a couple in particular that stand out is just how he, it was a cricket perspective. Also, in the end, you look back in his life perspective as well. Was he always talked about how to take the aggressive option, how to take the positive option in any situation. So for me, he turned my bowling around in particular, from my mindset being a really defensive mindset around don't get hit, try not to sort of go for boundaries, where his mindset was always, how am I getting a wicket? And in T20 cricket, so my mindset by playing under him at the Rajasthan Royals, my mindset shifted because of Warnie. It was all around how can I get a wicket right now to have an impact on the game? And that's the reason why he was so ridiculously good, because he always understood how to be able to try and get a wicket, and that's what he'd always would be talking to his players about, is how can I take the positive option to be able to have an impact on the game? And my bowling as a starting point turned around immediately in T20 cricket, because that's just the belief that he gave me in, okay, well, what's my skill, what's my best skill to be able to try and get this person out? So those conversations, and just, gosh, his advice around all different parts of life. He was always just someone who was willing to, just help out in any way. He was one person when my first commentary gig was the T20 World Cup last year. He was the one person who reached out to provide some great words of support, encouragement, and also advice, because that's just what he did for his mates. Like he cared, and any chance he could to be able to impart some wisdom, to be able to help them be better versions of themselves. That's just, he always took the time.
Speaking to Ricky, he talked about being now a custodian of Shane Warne's mantras and being able to pass that on to people around him. And I guess you're in a similar privileged position to be able to do that now with your coaching and with people around you. So I guess what an honour that is.
Yeah, that's for sure. And that's, I suppose, the realisation of Warnie not being here anymore. I suppose was the first time for me personally where I suppose I really realised my mortality. That one day you can be here and the next day you're not. And with that, you just got to live. You really do have to live life to the fullest and do everything that you possibly can, because you don't know how long you're going to be here for. And that is a starting point, is the mantra that Warnie did. He lived an incredible life, even though it was cut short. And that's a starting point, will be the thing that I'll be continuing to live my life through that lens. And then the fortunate position that I was in to be able to learn so many of the way Warnie went about it, the reason what made him so good, is now going to live through me, with imparting that knowledge onto the people, the next generation of people, of cricketers, and the people that I work with throughout the rest of my life as well.
You're so right. I mean, he lived his life to the fullest, and he probably achieved as much in his 52 years as anyone does in maybe 70, 80 years of their life. But yeah, I'm absolutely carrying that as well, in terms of just trying to experience as much that life has to offer, and that's exactly how he lived his life. So I think he'd be proud of us if we continue to do that. Shane, look, thanks so much. Really appreciate your time, and can see how much it's affecting you. So I won't keep you much longer, and look after yourself.